Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your spoiler alert. My name is Mike with Mike W. Productions, and we are talking about the book of Noba FETT. Yes, I say Noba FETT because, well, everyone is doing stuff besides Boba Fett. So with that being said, let's jump into it. Here we go. Alright guys, so as I said, yes, this is now the book of Noba FETT because he's literally not in this episode. In the last episode we had him and Fennec Shand talking about how they're going to deal with the fish people and how they are needing some muscle. And in this episode, Mando comes back to Tatooine. But instead of sending Boba Fett to talk to Mando, Fennec Shand goes. I thought this was called the Book of Boba Fett. My biggest issue is this is literally a mid-summer prequel episode, like teaser episode, for The Mandalorian, which I believe, from what I understand, isn't supposed to happen until December. We just had... It's what, February? We just had Mandalorian. We don't need more Mandalorian quite yet. This would have been perfect for Disney to release mid-summer. Somewhere around 4th of July. Everyone's off. Everyone's on vacation. Here's a big episode. Now we're excited about the Christmas season of Mandalorian. So... why did they make this episode now? To tell us that Mando is helping Boba Fett? I mean, they know how to contact him. This could have been a 2-second, hey, I need to make a phone call thing. Which they kind of did at the end of the other episode. Where they were like, well, we need some muscle. Hey, we know a guy. Let's give him a call. That could have been the entire sequence of events that happened. But no, we have to get an entire, mind you, good episode of Mandalorian, but a very bad episode of Book of Boba Fett. Why do I contrast it that way? Well, because Boba Fett's literally not in this episode. We go through this whole arc of the Mandalorian, Din Djarin, and that's great. But then at the end, instead of it being Boba Fett sitting atop something because someone was trying to get into the lady who fixed stuff with the little droids from the Mandalorian, we have Fennec Shand. There's no Boba Fett in this episode at all. Like, I can't even call this the Book of Boba Fett because it's literally not about Boba Fett and it literally has zero Boba Fett. Yeah, this is a huge issue that I've been talking about. Go ahead and go watch my other episode breakdowns and reviews. This is a huge issue for this series. It's kind of like we don't trust ourselves to, I don't know, have violence. Well, this episode had violence. You literally had Mando cutting people in half with the Darksaber. That's okay then. Why can't Mando do that? I mean, why can't Boba Fett do that? It doesn't make sense. And the series hasn't made sense. And I'm going to say it. As of right now, and I know I've said this before, this is a really bad series. Now, this episode is really good, but again, very bad placement. It should not have ever been in this series. It should have been its own thing, somewhere in summer, maybe right after summer. I was thinking 4th of July teaser for the next season of Mandalorian because it really does tease more of the Mandalorian than it does the Book of Boba Fett. And so, yeah, I'm excited to see like what's going to happen next, just purely because this episode really wasn't an episode of Book of Boba Fett. We know now that he's going to go to Grogu and come back and help them. Will he do that in time? I would have said help them first and then go do your Grogu thing, and that be a part of the Mandalorian series. But honestly, we can't even call this the Book of Boba Fett, because Boba Fett literally has done very little Boba Fetting. And this episode cannot be called Boba Fett because he's not even in the dang episode. So, yeah, it's very frustrating to have a episode called, to have a series called The Book of Boba Fett and have an entire episode dedicated to characters and a character completely that isn't Boba Fett. So, Boba Fett needs to start Boba Fetting, or this is going to be a big old stinker. So, yeah. With that being said, this episode is not bad, but again, it's not a Boba Fett episode. So with that being said, guys, thank you for getting this far in the video. Thank you to all of my subscribers. If you guys would like to subscribe, there should be a little button here popping up here in the next few seconds.
Give it a little tappy. Tap, tap, tap-a-roo.
If you guys want to watch another video, I will link one here for you. Thank you to all of my subscribers. Thank you for getting this far in the video, and we will see you next time, and hopefully the next episode will be better. Peace.